Overview of data center migration to AWS Cloud. Common data center. Here we have a picture of a common data center architecture, and probably your data center is somewhat a subset of this architecture. Now we will see how we can migrate physical to a cloud architecture. AWS Platform Breadth. A large breadth of services for your data center migration. Basic migration requires migrating network firewall, VPN, load balancer, server farm, storage, application, database, Active Directory, mail server, DNS, DHCP, VMware, backups, disaster and recovery, FTP server, monitoring, laptops and desktops. AWS Migration Plan Standard Approach. 1. Cloud Assessment. Access Cost, Access Architecture, Access Security. 2. Proof of Concept. Learn AWS. Build a pilot. Build support within organization. 3. Moving your data. Leverage different storage options. Migrate. 4. Moving your apps. Forklift migration strategy. Hybrid migration strategy. 5. Leveraging the cloud. Autoscaling. Automation. Elasticity. High availability. 6. Optimization. Utilization. Monitoring. Efficiency. Performance. Re-engineering. AWS Migration Plan Standard Approach. Cloud Assessment. Financial Assessment, TCO Calculation. Security and Compliance Assessment. Technical Assessment, Classify application types. Identify the tools that can be reused and the tools that need to be built. Migrate licensed products. Create a plan and measure success. Business case for migration: lower TCO, faster time to market, higher flexibility and agility, scalability and elasticity. Identify gaps between your current traditional legacy architecture and next-generation cloud architecture. Proof of concept. Get your feet wet with AWS. Build a pilot and validate the technology. Test existing software in the cloud. Build confidence with various AWS services. Mitigate risk by validating critical pieces of your proposed architecture. Moving your data. Understand different storage options in the AWS cloud. Migrate file servers to Amazon S3. Migrate commercial RDBMs to EC2 and EBS. Migrate MySQL to Amazon RDS. Redundancy, durable storage, elastic scalable storage, automated management backup. Moving your apps. Forklift migration strategy. Hybrid migration strategy. Build cloud-aware layers of code as needed. Create AMIs for each component. Future-proof scaled-out service-oriented elastic architecture. Leveraging the cloud. Leverage other AWS services. Automate elasticity with SDLC. Harden security. Create dashboard to manage AWS resources. Leverage multiple availability zones. Reduction in CapEx in IT flexibility and agility. Automation and improved productivity, higher availability, HA. Optimization. Optimize usage based on demand. Improve efficiency. Implement advanced monitoring and telemetry. Re-engineer your application. Decompose your relational databases. Increased utilization and transformational impact in OpEx. Better visibility through advanced monitoring and telemetry. Phase 1. Cloud Assessment Phase. Why, what, how. Infrastructure Assessment. Physical, power, cooling, space, compute, storage, network, hypervisors, legacy HW, data collection, operating environment. Assessment tools and analysis. IT infra discovery tools. Hypervisor tools. Storage management tools. Network management tools. Automation tools. Transformation assessment. Transform. Architecture. Best practices. Service catalog. Secure multi-tenant. Provisioning and automation. Security and risk assessment. Availability. Identity and access. User and department categorization. DR process. Compliance. Firewall and IPS. Endpoint security. Vulnerability. Cost and benefit assessment. Procurement. Contract. IT process and management. Current challenges, pain points. Assessment summary. A thorough review of IT services, infrastructure, organizational and service management process components. An IT strategy that provides a clear strategic path towards business service management, including cloud capability. A roadmap providing a defined set of activities needed for cloud readiness, a security and compliance analysis of risks to your organization. Evaluation by our experienced cloud consultants generates current information about your organization's IT as a solid foundation for successful planning. The assessment right-sizes your budget and capability estimate to help avoid overspending and optimize user experience. A written report by our experts provides the blueprint for a business case justification as well as performance, reliability, environmental, management, and security designs. All the IT workloads of an organization may not be suitable and compliant for cloud migration. Based on the assessment report, it is important to classify the workloads as cloud compatible or non-compatible. Phase 2. Proof of Concept Phase. Our experts will provide a feasibility report for evidence, typically derived from an experiment or pilot project, which will demonstrate the migration to cloud as feasible for your company's infrastructure. The company was awarded the contract on the strength of evaluation, proof of concept, and budget. Building a pilot project. Pilot project may be conducted in order to evaluate feasibility, time, cost, adverse effects, and effect size in an attempt to predict an appropriate sample migration and before a full-scale migration to AWS cloud. Building support within organization. It is most vital that our customers understand and agree completely to the cloud solution explained and recommended for them, and they feel entirely confident and comfortable in helping us implement this solution for them. We may hold a series of meetings with the customers in order for them to fully understand the AWS cloud infrastructure and functioning. Phase 3. Data Migration Phase. Create a migration plan. Create migration schedules. Migrate low-priority data and infrastructure. Test stability and availability of the migrated data to the cloud. Create rollback plan. In this phase, enterprise architects should ask following questions. What are the different storage options available in the cloud today? What are the different RDBMs, commercial and open source options available in the cloud today? What is my data segmentation strategy? What trade-offs do I have to make? How much effort in terms new development one-off scripts is required to migrate all of my data to the cloud? Phase 4. Application Migration Phase. In this phase, you should ask the following question. How can I move part of or an entire system to the cloud without disrupting or interrupting my current business? In this phase, you will learn two main application migration strategies: forklift migration strategy and hybrid migration strategy. We will discuss the pros and cons of each strategy to help you decide the best approach that suits your application. Based on the classification of application types in Phase 1, you can decide which strategy to apply for what type of application. Forklift migration strategy. Stateless applications, tightly coupled applications, or self-contained applications might be better served by using the forklift approach. Rather than moving pieces of the system over time, forklift or pick it all up at once and move it to the cloud. Also commonly called lift and shift. Hybrid migration strategy. A hybrid migration consists of taking some parts of an application and moving them to the cloud while leaving other parts of the application in place. The hybrid migration strategy can be a low-risk approach to migration of applications to the cloud. Rather than moving the entire application at once, parts can be moved and optimized one at a time. This reduces the risk of unexpected behavior after migration and is ideal for large systems that involve several applications. Phase 5. Leverage the cloud. After you have migrated your application to the cloud, run the necessary tests and confirmed that everything is working as expected. It is advisable to invest time and resources to determine how to leverage additional benefits of the cloud. Questions that you can ask at this stage are: now that I have migrated existing applications, what else can I do in order to leverage the elasticity and scalability benefits that the cloud promises? What do I need to do differently in order to implement elasticity in my applications? How can I take advantage of some of the other advanced AWS features and services? How can I automate processes so it is easier to maintain and manage my applications in the cloud? What do I need to do specifically in my cloud application so that it can restore itself back to original state in an event of failure, hardware or software? Phase 6. Optimization phase. In this phase, you should focus on how you can optimize your cloud-based application in order to increase cost savings. Since you only pay for the resources you consume, you should strive to optimize your system whenever possible. In most cases, you will see immediate value in the optimizations. A small optimization might result in thousands of dollars of savings in your next monthly bill. At this stage, you can ask the following questions. How can I use some of the other AWS features and services in order to further reduce my cost? How can I improve the efficiency and reduce waste in my deployment footprint? How can I instrument my applications to have more visibility of my deployed applications? How can I set metrics for measuring critical application performance? Do I have the necessary cloud-aware system administration tools required to manage and maintain my applications? How can I optimize my application and database to run in more elastic fashion?